I'm Nicholas Snow, and this is the Snowstorm. And the reason that I started to go live every single night is because if I wasn't, I couldn't bring you a story like I am tonight. Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. If you're watching live, if you're listening after the fact, it is Friday, January 12th, 2024, and I'm coming to you from Pacific time, in Pacific time zone. And so the Snowstorm is the Hot Topics panel discussion show. And one of the focuses is saving democracy, but connected to that is really protecting the people that the radical right is continuing to seek to hurt, to harm, to oppress. And there's so many people that fall into that category. In tonight's show, I'm going to talk about the horrid attack not only on transgender youth in South Carolina, but I'm going to provide you an amazing overview map of the country in terms of where best practices for healthcare for transgender youth are available or in some level of being banned. So that's all coming up for you tonight. And Rock May is watching and he is supporting as much as he can. He's a wonderful friend and fan of the show, and he's a friend of mine, and he's just an amazing person. So we have an important show coming up, and I promise you, this is information you probably have not heard, and I hope that you share this broadcast because I'm sure that the people that you share it with are going to learn things in this episode tonight that they did not already know. PromoHomo.TV is all about empowering you, our communities, and our world. Shouting out to my media partners. Pink Media, amplifying PromoHomo.TV across the Twitterverse with their hashtag I Love Gay campaign. GayDesertGuide.lgbt. And KGay 1065 Palm Springs, available worldwide. Ask your smart speaker to play KGAY. It's as simple as this. We will save our democracy in 2024, or we will watch the United States implode. I'm Nicholas Snow, and this crisis we face is why I have launched the Snowstorm, a nightly Hot Topics panel discussion show in which I will curate your social media comments into the show, and we will connect the conversation to action we can take to save America.
Watch the Snowstorm nightly at 6 p.m. Pacific at PromoHomo.TV.
So it is Friday, January 12th, and for 11 of the last 12 nights, I have gone live in my 6 p.m. time slot, and on one of those nights, I presented a program that had only previously aired on Facebook Live, and it went across all of the various social media platforms that I reach. So if you want to support my show, you can do it for as little as $3 a month. Go to patreon.com/PromoHomo.TV. If you are watching live, I can curate your comments onto the screen. Unless you're watching on Instagram Live, I can see over to the side that people are watching on Instagram Live. Kim Keeler, Palm Springs, hey Kim, and Riggy PS, whoever that is, have tuned in over on Instagram Live. So thank you for that. I want to actually, for most of this show, put up this website, southcarolinaunited.org. So that is the website for South Carolina United, for SC United for Justice and Equality. So earlier this week, January 9th, SC United for Justice and Equality alerted media with news of passage through Subcommittee of H4624, the ban on medically necessary health care for transgender youth. The organization reports there was some inspiring and powerful testimony against the bill 50 people testified, and all but one supported the bill. A rally at the SC Statehouse was planned for the next day. That would have been this past Wednesday. And I have invited representatives from SC United for Justice and Equality to come on the show. But I actually do not need a representative on the show tonight to be able to share with you this incredibly valuable information. So, as I mentioned, this media advisory came out on the 9th, 3 days ago. I did Google the recent news. There's no updates to this story, so it's still current. The South Carolina House Medical and Health Affairs Subcommittee voted to advance H 4624 favorably to the full Medical, Military, Public, and Municipal Affairs Committee. The bill would ban medically necessary health care for transgender youth under the age of 18 in South Carolina, including puberty blockers, hormone therapy, and surgery. Further, it prevents public funds from being used to cover the cost of transition-related health care for youth and adults. A surge of anti-transgender legislation like this has passed all over the country in the past 2 years. Until 2021, no state had laws that banned transgender youth from accessing this health care. And later in the program, I'm going to show you an amazing map at the website that is linked below. It's actually a really sad and pathetic map, frankly. The subcommittee did vote in favor of 2 amendments that mitigate a small fraction of the damage of the bill. One amendment removes language prohibiting providers from, quote, aiding and abetting, unquote, youth in accessing gender-affirming care, and clarifies that the bill should not be construed to blockade any affirming mental health care. The original bill was written as so broad that it could be read as a way to block even talk therapy. Another amendment removes a clause requiring teachers and school staff to notify parents if they suspect a student of being transgender. Jace Woodrum, a leader in the SC United for Justice and Equality Coalition, who also serves as executive director of the ACLU of South Carolina, was one of the people who testified on January 9th. He said in response to the vote, "I am so grateful for every transgender person and ally to transgender people who came out today to speak against this shameful and dangerous legislation. We heard from parents concerned about the health and safety of their children, a sister who saw the joy and independence that gender-affirming care brought to her brother, medical providers who know the science, and community members who spoke powerfully about their experiences as transgender South Carolinians. It is heartbreaking that even after such powerful testimony, lawmakers still voted to advance such a divisive bill that cruelly targets children." Jace went on to say, "Let's be clear. Extreme lawmakers are moving so quickly with this discriminatory bill because they want us to be complacent, stay quiet, and think the fight is hopeless. But together we will be there every step of the way to speak out and force them to look us in the eye while they harm our community. We will never stop sending a message of love, support, and solidarity to transgender young people in South Carolina." And that concludes Jace's comments. Advocates from the SC United for Justice and Equality Coalition remain available to speak with other media, and as I mentioned, I've invited them here to the Snowstorm. Now, I would like you to know more about this organization, and their website is on the screen, southcarolinaunited.org. They envision a South Carolina where everyone can thrive with a focus on the lived and legal equality of LGBTQ people. It's not enough for laws to be there. We need to be able to live in a world that abides and respects those laws and the people that they are created to protect. which is why they talk about lived and legal equality of LGBTQ people. The coalition advocates for the passage of legislation to protect LGBTQ community members and opposes anti-LGBT legislation. The coalition also works on intersecting issues of social justice, including racial justice, reproductive justice, voting rights, and healthcare access. So, I mentioned at the top of the show that they have created this really powerful map, and I'm going to bring it to you after the break because I really, really, really want you to have this wake up call. So that's what's coming up right after. I always get amused because I'm doing 10 things at once. I'm the producer, the host, the executive producer, the camera person, the lighting guy. But, that's what I'm here for. So I'm going to be back with that map after this. And you know what? This next PSA, it has licensed stock video, but I researched all the video and I put it together because of the powerful message it conveys. This particular shirt is the crux of the Hopeful Sexual campaign, and it is designed to inspire authentic human connection while simultaneously combating sexuality-based shame and stigma. And the really cool thing is, if you go to hopefulsexual.com, it takes you to an Amazon store where this shirt is available in all sorts of styles, sizes, and colors. And I use the revenue to fund PromoHomo.TV. So check it out. I think almost everyone is a hopeful sexual, don't you? So on last night's show, I mentioned, the map is there in small form. I'm going to bring it up, put it full screen in a moment. But on last night's show, I was mentioning that right after this video program, the audio is distributed across multiple podcast platforms. So wherever you get your podcast, you can now search for the Snowstorm. If you happen to find a podcast platform that doesn't have it yet, reach out to me. I also mentioned on last night's show that I am 2 degrees of separation from some of the most powerful people in Washington. And as this show ramps up, I'm only in my second week, I'm working to make sure that almost every single night I have really meaty guests that can talk to all of us about how democracy is in fact at stake. And I know that most of you out there are aware of that. But most importantly, it's my intention that we can connect our conversations in this show to action that we can all take. So even though there are no actual guests tonight, I think you'll agree with me that the information is very, very important. And if you go to the website PromoHomo.TV, you'll be able to see all of the shows that have been coming out each night. And also don't miss an episode. The way that you can avoid missing episodes, if you subscribe at youtube.com/PromoHomo.TV network, and then use the notify me feature. So I'm going to bring this map into larger view, which I think I can do so by pressing, is it this button? Nope, it's not that button. It's not that button. It is this button. Yay! That's a new view I actually haven't used before. So this is at southernequality.org, and this graphic is called Landscape, Access to Best Practice Medical Care for Transgender Youth. So the orange means that there is a ban in effect for best practice medical care for transgender youth. The blue on the map, which would be Florida, some parts of the ban are on hold by court order, and other bans, other restrictions are in effect. There is pink areas. If there were any pink areas on the map, there aren't, but that would mean a ban is set to take effect. In the yellow areas, a ban is under consideration, and if there were to be something in black, it would be the restriction is on hold by court order, and if all the gray means that there is no ban on best practice medical care for transgender youth. And as I mentioned, that's from southernequality.org. And and this is a subsection of their page called the Southern Trans Youth Emergency Project. But I just want to go back to their homepage and show it off a little bit and make sure that I'm also showing you their website address again while I'm showing this off. So, oh, you know what? South Carolina United.org is the entity that sent me this website. This website is southernequality.org. So I'm going to add that to the graphic. So the organization providing me with all of the information I've been reviewing tonight is South Carolina United. This website is southernequality.org. And the Campaign for Southern Equality is working to build a South where, let me just want to bring myself back on the screen there. But we'll go, okay, I need a director. So you just saw that. The website is on your screen. But the Campaign for Southern Equality, meeting the moment in the LGBTQ South. They're working to build a South where LGBTQ people are equal in every part of life, a South where your zip code doesn't determine your rights, where all of us are free to be who we truly are and love who we truly love. At this unprecedented time of anti-LGBTQ attacks, and as a public support for LGBTQ equality across the South continues to grow, we invite you to join us in meeting the moment in the LGBTQ South. So once again, that's a very valuable website, southernequality.org, and all of the other information I've reviewed tonight, very important information from South Carolina United.org. So with that, I know we have some live viewers. I want to give a last call for viewer comments. If you are watching live still, and you have a final comment, I can put it on the screen if you would like. And I just want to give a shout out to all of the people over on Instagram Live who are watching. I cannot curate your comments onto the screen, but a big hello to Candace, 111 Magazine, the Trans Community Project, Michael, Mickey, Catherine, and Lisa. Thank you all for tuning in. I do not have additional remarks that have come in, so I want to encourage you to reach out to me when you have story ideas. If you go to PromoHomo.TV, we do have a comment. When you go to PromoHomo.TV, there is prominent links in the menu about how to pitch story ideas, and I invite you to tune in nightly at 6 p.m. Pacific. And Rock says, I will make sure to repost the links for everyone on my wall. And that reminds me that I can actually post as a comment the link to the website where you can go to promote this program. It's patreon.com/PromoHomo.TV. Click through there. You can support me for as little as $3 a month. Rock has become an associate producer. He's been a supporter of mine for years, and now he's up to support. The only other associate producers of my show are Ronnie Sanlow and Kelly Watson, and I love them as well. And I really, really, really appreciate all of you for watching. I'm here so you can be here, and so together we can all make a difference. And I'll see you tomorrow night.
In a safe place, I got room to breathe. Been a long chase, but at last I'm free. These open woods, I knew I could find peace here. Nothing like